Baladeva, Jai Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami, Nayana Pathagami, Bhavatu me. Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami, Nayana Pathagami, Bhavatu me. Nilachala Chandrayama, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath Swami, Jai Jagannath. Nilachala Chandrayama, Jai Baladev, Jai Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Jaya Radha Madhava Radha, Madhava Radhe. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की, जय श्री प्रभुपाद की, गौर सीतनाथ प्रेमानंदी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री हरि ओम तत्सत। हरे कृष्णा। So you want, Prabhu, what type of session do you want? Yesterday's continuation? Yesterday's continuation. Okay. So yesterday we have been discussing on Vaishnava Sadachar, right? How many of you were there for yesterday's discussion? Yes. Would you like to recollect something from what we discussed yesterday, Prabhuji? Okay. So we were discussing something on the need of wearing tilak. So what is the need of wearing tilak, Mataji? Can you tell me one reason?
Krishna's father.
Okay. So this is Krishna's lotus feet. So when you wear it, you give an indication that we are the dasa, the servants of Krishna. Isn't it? Right. Anything else you recollect from yesterday's discussion? Okay, it also acts as a kavacha, raksha kavacha, isn't it? Especially because we are chanting 12 mantras, isn't it? Right. Any other point you remember from yesterday? Our body is a kshetra. Kshetra means what? Temple. Why do you call that our body is a kshetra?
Lord is depicted as a Paramatma.
Ankushta matrena, isn't it? He is residing in a heart in the shape of Ankushta. Ankushta matrena, right? So we have been discussing a lot about tilak. And by the way, do you know what is the name of our tilak? That is the material that is used for putting tilak. Huh? Urdhva Pundra. Urdhva Pundra is actually a generic name. Normally we think tilak is only for Vaishnavas. It is not true. Tilak is there for all systems of worship. Actually there are six systems of worship. Are you aware of that? Which are the six systems of worship? One is Vaishnavism. In Vaishnavism they worship Vishnu predominantly, right? The next one is Saivism. Shiva, Mahadeva is worshipped. Then Shaktam. Shaktam means Devi is worshipped. Then Kaumaram. Kaumaram means Subramanya. Kaumaram means Subramanya is worshipped. And then Ganapatyam means Ganesha is worshipped. And then sixth one, that is Shaktam, Devi. Shakti is Shaktam. Shauram. Shauram means Surya Narayana. Surya Devi is worshipped. So with all these people we have tilak. For example, Shaivas wear tilak, and that tilak is known as what? That is a material. Tripundram. Why it's known as Tripundram? Three means three, like this pundram, isn't it? And for Shakta worship, they have kumkum, red tilak they put, isn't it? So everyone has tilak. And even within Vaishnava sect, we have different types of tilak. For instance, we Gaudiya Vaishnavas wear tilak like this, and below we have tulsi. And for Sri Vaishnavas, they wear like this, and in the middle they have, what is that line? What does that line indicate? That indicates Lakshmi Devi. That red line indicates Lakshmi Devi. So every system has got a tilak. And Madhva Sampradayam, they put one dot here. They put tilak like this, and then they put a dot, black dot, right? Black, yeah. So the question is, what is the name of our tilak? Yes. See, a small boy answered. Good. Vijaya Tilaka. Our tilak is known by the name Vijaya Tilaka. Why is it known as Vijaya Tilaka? Success. Whoever wears the tilak will become successful. Successful. So our tilak is not anything ordinary. Whoever wears this tilak will always become successful. How we become successful? Because of our talents, right?
Because of our submission to the Lord.
Because of the blessings of the Lord. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha, Tatra Srir Vijayor Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama, Dhruva Nitir Matir. So Vijayo Bhutir. Wherever there is Krishna, there is success. So when we wear tilak here, Krishna is here. So that's why it is known as Vijaya Tilaka. But you all said Urdhva Pundra. Why is it known as Urdhva Pundra? Urdhva means which goes upwards. Our tilak goes upwards, isn't it? How do we put tilak? Like this. Do we put tilak like this? No. We always put like this, isn't it? So it is going upwards. So it is known as Urdhva. And Pundra means down there is Tulsi. So we discussed about tilak, isn't it?
All Vaishnava tilaks are called Urdhva.
Yeah, that's why I call it a generic name. The specific name of our tilak is Vijaya Tilak. And sometimes it is also known as Hari Mandiram. Our tilak is also known as Hari Mantira. That's also another name. So anyway, we are discussing about Vaishnava Sadachar, isn't it? So one key thing that we learned yesterday was Sadachar means good behavior on Saturdays and Sundays. Isn't it? No? Sadachar means good behavior on every day, always. That is, we call it 24 by 7. 24 by 7. So that is Sadachar. Now, why should we follow Vaishnava Sadachar? What is the benefit of following Vaishnava Sadachar? We have got a great personal benefit. Somebody is doing a translation or everyone understands English?
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಇದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ
ಕನ್ನಡ ಅನುವಾದ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗಿ
ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಈಗ ಸಿಕ್ಕ ನೀವು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಈ ಕಡೆ ನೀವು ಗೀತ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಇದು ಮುಂದೆ ಸಾಕು
Okay? So, we have got a great personal benefit if we follow Vaishnava Sadachar. What is a great personal benefit is, especially two benefits. See, when we were non-devotees, before coming into Krishna consciousness, we were surrounded by non-devotees. We were also non-devotees and we were also surrounded by non-devotees. Mostly we interact with non-devotees. During the course of interaction with non-devotees, sometimes we physically or mentally hurt others. Is it true or not? Yes. Sometimes knowingly, sometimes unknowingly. But anyway, that hurt is happening, physical or mental, right? So when you hurt someone physically or mentally, what do you get in return? Papa. Papa. Isn't it? Now we are in the midst of devotees. Now we mostly interact with the devotees. During the course of interaction with the devotees, we also sometimes knowingly or unknowingly hurt devotees physically or mentally. Is that true? True? Yes. We follow the parampara. Even when we are non-devotees, we are doing something, here also we will do that. Tradition. So, here when you hurt a devotee, what do we get in return? There is the point. Earlier you hurt someone, you got only papam. But now you hurt someone, you will get aparadam. That is dangerous. Very dangerous. He is saying very dangerous. Very dangerous. So why he is saying aparadam is very dangerous?
Our bhakti will.
Our bhakti will get destroyed. And not only that, papam can be washed away. There are so many ways to wash away our papam. For example, chanting Harinam, you do all papam and chant one extra round. That is one way. Then you go and do Ganga Snanam. You do Nirjal Ekadashi. Or you do Tulasi Maharani's Parikrama, Pradakshina. So there are so many different ways to wash away papam. How many ways are there to wash away Vaishnava Aparadam? Bhagavad Gita. You do all Vaishnava Aparadam and read Bhagavad Gita. How many ways are there to wash away Vaishnava Aparadam? Only one way. What is that way? To ask forgiveness from that Vaishnava. So it is very difficult to wash away aparadam. So when we practice Vaishnava Sadachar, the benefit is we don't commit Vaishnava aparad. Isn't it? So that is one great benefit of practicing Vaishnava Sadachar, because we know how to behave with the Vaishnavas, devotees. Another benefit is, when you pleasingly behave with the Vaishnavas, they get pleased. Isn't it? When you nicely behave with the Vaishnavas, they get pleased. If Vaishnavas are pleased, who will be pleased automatically? Krishna. Right? If Krishna is pleased, what will happen? Yasmin twiste, jagat twiste. If Krishna is pleased, then automatically the entire universe is pleased. Not only is that the entire universe is pleased, we also go forward in bhakti. Isn't it? We make advancement in bhakti. So these are the two great advantages of following Vaishnava Sadachar. Unless and until you please Vaishnavas, you cannot advance in bhakti. Isn't it? There was one devotee by the name Tirukkachi Nambigal. You heard about him? Tirukkachi Nambi. He was a great Vaishnava. He was so great that he could converse with Varadaraja Perumal. Where is Varadaraja Perumal? Kanchipuram. Kanchipuram. Kanchi Varadan. Isn't it? Recently you must have all gone to Varadaraja Perumal's place, no? For taking darshan of Atya. Did you go? You went? Yeah. Atti Varada. You took darshan of Atti Varada. So he was so great that he used to converse with the Lord. And he used to do a special seva for the Lord. That seva is known as Thiru Alavetta Kaingaryam. What is it? Kaingaryam. What does that mean? Kaingaryam means seva. Alavattam means fan. Chamar seva. So this special seva he used to do for whom? Varadaraja Perumal. So morning after the Lord takes boga, then he goes there and do this seva. Then afternoon after Lord takes boga, when the Lord is resting, again he will go and do this seva. And night when the Lord takes boga and is going to rest, he will again do this seva. So how many times? 3 times. 3 times is easy or not? Easy, only 3 times. We are chanting 16 rounds. So 3 times is nothing for us. But the problem is, he is supposed to do this Chamara Seva, especially in the afternoon and in the night, till the Lord goes to sleep. He has to continue doing this Seva till the Lord is deep asleep. Understood? So there is no time frame. He can come as soon as the Lord is asleep. Okay. Is that easy? Easy, isn't it? Easy or difficult? Why it is difficult? We don't know at what time he will sleep. That is the problem. Suppose you are given this seva to Lakshmi Narasimhadev, you have to do Thiru Alavetta seva. Prabhu told it, whenever he is asleep, you come back. Only that time, till that time you have to do this. How will you know he is asleep or not? How will you know? Can you call him? Are you asleep? Can I go? Yeah, I am asleep. Now you go. How will you know whether the Lord is asleep or not? When the Lord starts snoring, you will know the Lord is asleep. Now is it easy?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Have you ever heard the Lord snoring?
Yes.
You must have heard your husband snoring. But have you ever heard the Lord snoring? No. Then how will you know? Isn't it? It is not easy. It is very difficult. You cannot ask the Lord. You cannot hear the Lord snoring. Then when will you stop this seva? Afternoon at least till the evening time you can do. Night when will you stop? Isn't it? But this Tirukachinambi can hear the snoring of the Lord. That is the qualification of this devotee. Not only can he hear the snoring of the Lord, he can also smell the snoring of the Lord. How do you smell the snoring? You can hear the snoring, okay, fine. Can you smell somebody snoring? Now he is snoring. How is it possible to smell the snoring? But he had the ability to smell the snoring, it seems. As soon as the Lord starts snoring, the smell, the fragrance of butter comes out of his mouth. Why? Because Yashoda Maya has nicely fed him butter. Not Nandini butter. She has fed him butter made out of Pushpagandha cow's milk. It has got a special fragrance. It smells like lotus. Very special butter she feeds. So whenever he starts snoring, like that you open his mouth, so that smell will come. And it will fill the entire atmosphere. When you snore, what smell will come? So, with these two indications, Tirukachinambi will understand Lord is asleep. Sometimes the Lord is not in a mood to sleep, especially in the night. It is very silent. The Lord already slept in the afternoon. Suppose you sleep nicely in the afternoon. what will happen? In the night you won't get sleep. So sometimes the Lord nicely sleeps in the afternoon, so he won't get sleep in the night. So what the Lord will do, no? He will ask Tirukachinambi, okay, so what's news? What are the headlines today? So poor Tirukachinambi will tell all the news. Yesterday one Mataji, she made nice dosas and chutney. But in the chutney she forgot to put salt. Yesterday one Prabhu nicely put tilak, but he forgot to put this tulasi. Yesterday two Prabhujis was fighting for prasadam. Like this, he will tell all the news. In Bangalore nowadays traffic is so bad. Even though metro has come, no relief. Everything, whatever he knows, he will pass it on to the Lord. But sometimes the conversation continues on and on and on. The Lord is not feeling sleepy. But then this poor devotee, he is doing this seva first with this hand, then with this hand, then both the hands. But the Lord is not sleeping. Because he is nicely situated, no? He is lying there nicely. What he knows about the pains of doing this chamara seva? It's not easy, isn't it? It looks easy, but if you do continuously, it starts paining here. So finally he is waiting when this Lord will sleep. So finally, sometimes after a long time, in the middle of the night, the Lord will go. Then he will silently keep the chamar and run away. Because if he wakes up again, he will ask, what is the news? He knows on 10-15 news only. With that, how long he can manage? So he will go. But when he goes, his house is little away from the temple. It is pitch dark. In those days, there was no light, there was no street lamps. So he used to tip and fall down sometimes because he can't see properly. Okay. So this happened many times. So he thought, now I have to do something about this. Because the Lord sometimes relieves me only late in the night. So what he did, in his neighborhood, there is a poor Brahmana. He is not learned in any scriptures. He is little old. So one day he asked him, can you do one help for me? He said, what? See, by the time I complete my seva and come back from the temple, it will be late. It is pitch dark. So can you hold a lamp and walk in front of me? In those days they had one lamp. I don't know whether you have seen. With a long rod, at the end a lamp will be hanging and they will hold like this. Have you seen that? In traditional temples, you can see that. Especially even now, when the Lord is coming out of the temple for Shiveli, Ulsava time, they will hold like this, in front. So like that, this Brahmana is doing the seva. So now it's okay, even if it is late, he will guide, show the lamp. So one day, this Brahmana asked, see, all the pujaris already left long back. Why are you doing this seva so long? Why it is taking so late? Because this poor Brahmana is also suffering. He is sitting outside the temple waiting for Tirukachinambi to come. Meanwhile, mosquitoes are biting. So he has to do like this, do like that. He is also feeling sleepy. So he can't go home. He is also feeling hungry. He can't eat. So he asked one day, what you are doing so long inside? Then he said, don't tell this to anybody. We have a conversation. I talk with the Lord. So sometimes he talks so long. He has not learned Upadeshamrita. No vacho vegam for him. Simply he will talk like that. What to do? I have to tolerate this person. So he said, oh, you talk to the Lord. Yeah, I talk to the Lord. What to do? I have to talk. He is saying, you talk. He is saying, yeah, I have to talk. He is tired talking to the Lord. So one day this Brahmana said, see, you are talking to the Lord, no? He is Sarvajna, no? I heard that, I know that he is Sarvajna. Sarvajna means what? He knows everything. Can you do one small favor for me? He said, yes, what? I am getting old. I don't know. how long I will live. Can you please ask your Lord, will I get moksham or not? After this birth, when I pass away, will I go back to Vaikunda or not? Can you please ask the Lord and tell me? He said, yeah, I can ask. What is there? So many news headlines and all, I am speaking with him. At least today I will speak something useful. I will ask. So that day also he went. And then the Lord is speaking in the night. So he said, my Lord, one Brahmana is a poor fellow. He helps me with this lamb and all. So he has one question. Can I ask? He said, okay, ask. He wants to know, will he get moksham in this birth? Oh, why not? Sure. He is going back straight to Godhead. That's it. No doubt about it. Oh, really? Really? So now he is surprised. Tirukachinambi is surprised. Why? Because he doesn't know any Shastras. He doesn't know any shlokas from Bhagavad Gita. He is a poor simpleton fellow. Okay. So he again asked, Lord, I am asking about that fellow. I don't know whether you understood. That fellow now he holds lamb for me. Will he go back this birth? Yeah, he will go back. No doubt. Oh, really? He will go back. Okay. Then he is again doing Chamar Seva. Then suddenly he has one thought, Tirukachinambi. You know? What is the thought? When will I go back to God? You know? So he is curious to know. Till now he was not curious. But now he is curious to know, when will I go back to Vaikunta? So hesitatingly he asked the Lord, my Lord, when will I go back? He was 101% sure that he will go back whenever he wants. Immediately if he wants, he can go back. Why he is 101% sure?
Because Lord is talking.
Because he is talking to the Lord, you know. Is it a small thing? You know, I am doing so much seva 3 times a day. He was 100% sure, but still he asked, just for the sake of asking. Then he asked, my Lord, when will I go back? Then the Lord said, let's not talk about unwanted things now. Let's talk about something pleasant. Huh? Don't get into all this unwanted topic. Tell me, how is the traffic in Bangalore? That and all, let it be, Lord. You answer my question. When will I go back to Godhead? Arayar, you will go back. Don't worry about it. Now we will talk about something else. Now he got little scared. The Lord is evading the question. You know, when he asked when that Brahmana will go back, immediately he answered. Isn't it? But now he is going around, beating around the bush. So he became a little scared. No. Rest everything can come later. Now you tell me, when will I go back? Then the Lord said, he scratched the head, the Lord, it will take a long time. I don't know. I even don't know when you will go back to God. You said, why? Why? I am doing so much of seva. That's why I said, let's not talk about all these things. Let's talk about something pleasant, Nambi. No, you tell me why I will not go back to God. Then the Lord said, because you never did any Vaishnava Seva. You never did any Vaishnava Seva. Did you ever call Vaishnavas to your home and did you feed them prasadam? No. What you are doing? You are always doing Chamara Seva. Did you ever do any Vapu Seva to any Vaishnava? No. I was busy with Chamara Seva. Did you ever do any Vastradanam to Vaishnavas? Did you ever do Godanam to Vaishnavas? Anything you did for Vaishnavas? Nothing. Throughout you are simply doing Chamara Seva. What else you have done in life? Now you do Chamara, it is getting very hot for me. Then Tirukachinambi is saying, you want me to do Chamara Seva and you even don't know when I will go back to Godhead. Am I a fool or what? He immediately kept the Chamara and walked out. Then the Lord said, hey, it's very hot, come do Chamar Seva. That you arrange for somebody, some Buddhu fellow will go there, you call him and do. I am not going to do any Seva for you. And he straight away went where? To do Vaishnava Seva. He understood, without Vaishnava Seva, he cannot go back to God. So that is the importance of Vaishnava Seva. And now the question is, how the Lord told that poor Brahmana, he doesn't know any shloka, any jnana, nothing. How he will go back to Godhead? Huh?
He tortured.
He did Vaishnava Seva. What Seva he did? Showing the light. It is a very simple Seva. But even then, it is Vaishnava Seva. So, without pleasing Vaishnavas, you cannot go back to Godhead. And how to please Vaishnavas? You do Vaishnava Sadachar. So that is why it is important to learn the aspects and intricacies of Vaishnava Sadachar. Isn't it? Now, before you do Vaishnava Sadachar, you should have some basic intrinsic qualities, gunas. Only if you have such gunas, you will be able to perform Vaishnava Sadachar. Otherwise, it will become mechanical. Isn't it? Doing with the full knowledge and heart is different. Mechanically doing for the sake of rules is different. And not only that, if you do things mechanically without proper knowledge and understanding, after some time you will stop doing it also. That is why it is very important that in order to progress in bhakti, you should also have knowledge. Sometimes people say, Prabhu, I am chanting, why should I attend classes? Have you heard? I will chant nicely, but I will not attend any classes. No time. Is it okay? I will nicely chant. 16 rounds, 20 rounds, how much you want, I will chant. But don't call me to all these boring classes. That Prabhu will sing the same song, Jaya Radha Madhava. How many times I am hearing that song? The same thing you guys will say. I am too much bored. Is that okay? Why? Chanting is Yuga Dharma. Will it not help you to go back to God?
By hearing the Lord's first time, we can develop attachment to Lord. Our consciousness will change.
Yes. Simply by chanting alone you cannot go, because your chanting is not at all pure. Isn't it? We know what is the level of our chanting. Let's not discuss this in a public forum. So it is very important that we know why we are chanting, for what we are chanting, for whom we are chanting, how we should chant, what all the offenses that we should avoid, isn't it? Then only you can improve your chanting also. So that is why it is very important to please the Vaishnavas. For instance, today is a very special day. What is the specialty of this day? Bhaktivinoda Thakur's disappearance. He is a great Acharya, isn't it? Who is he exactly? He is the father of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Who is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur? Prabhupada's Guru. Who is Prabhupada? ISKCON founder Acharya. Do we have any connection with Prabhupada other than ISKCON's founder Acharya? Are we in any way connected to Srila Prabhupada other than he is the founder Acharya of ISKCON? He is a great Vaishnava, fine. But are we personally connected? Yes or no? We are all connected. How we are connected? If you have taken initiation, okay, like for instance, my Guru Maharaj is His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. Am I connected to Prabhupada? Yes. Because my Guru Maharaj is connected to his Guru Maharaj. Who is his Guru Maharaj? Prabhupada. So do I get connected to Prabhupada? Yes, through my Guru Maharaj. My Guru Maharaj is my spiritual father. If my Guru Maharaj is my spiritual father, who is Prabhupada? Isn't that a deep connection? Yes. Actually, Srila Prabhupada is our grandfather. But suppose somebody will ask, I am not initiated, Prabhu. Am I connected? I am not connected. No. You guys are all connected. Why did you leave me? Are you connected if you are not initiated? How?
Through Siksha Guru.
He is our Param Siksha Guru. Whatever we are discussing in the class, whatever we are reading in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavatam, everything is taught by Srila Prabhupada. So in that sense, he is our Param Siksha Guru. He is a Siksha Guru for all of us, isn't it? So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a great devotee. You know, like if he had gone to Mayapur Parikrama, you know, you must have visited his house. How many of you have visited his house? Where is it? In which island? Godrumdweep. Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house is in an island known as Godrumadweep. It is one among the 9 islands. And what is the name of his house? His house has got a beautiful name. Swananda Sukhada Kunj. Swananda Sukhada Kunj. What does that mean? Swananda. It is so Anandam. Sukhada. It is so much of Sukha. And where do you get that from? Kunja. What is Kunja? Kunja means forest. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. So where can you find Radha Madhav? In the forest. Kunja Bihari. Bihari means who always walks in the Kunjas, forests. So that is why Bhaktivinoda Thakur so intelligently named his house Swananda Sukhada Kunja. And by the way, do you know any songs written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur? Any songs? Any songs that we sing in our day-to-day life? Ki bajayo jaya gaura chande. Who wrote that song? Who wrote that song? Huh? You wrote it. Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote that song. Sandhyarati song is written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Many devotees even they don't know that. And another very popular song, Jaya Radha Madhava. It's written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And that Sandhyarati song, it is not simply written. He saw he saw something and he wrote what he saw. He was once sitting on the terrace of his building, his house, and there across Ganga, he saw there is a beautiful throne. Kiba Jayo Jaya Gaura Chand, and in that throne was seated Gaura Chand. If you read the meaning, it's a wonderful poem, you know. Kiba Jayo Jaya Gaura Chand, then Aradi Korena Brahma. He is saying Swayam Brahma is coming and doing Arati for Gaurnitai, isn't it? Gauranga. Arati Korena Brahma, then Adi Deva Gane. Not only Brahma, the entire gamut of Devi Devatas are there to attend the Arati. But we will not go for Arati. Devi Devatas come to attend the Arati, isn't it? It's a beautiful song. Actually, you should know the meaning of that song. Maybe sometime we will discuss that. Actually, when we attend Sandhya Arati, you are supposed to imagine what Bhaktivinoda Thakur saw. Then it would be an entirely different experience. Otherwise, we will be waiting when this song will be over. I don't understand anything. Kiba Jayo, Kiba Jayo. You will not enjoy it. When you know the meaning, you will enjoy the Arati. Isn't it? So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's greatness was understood not only by Vaishnavas, even by the Britishers. That's why he was posted as a magistrate for the entire province of Kolkata, right? Kolkata. Krishnanagar, Kolkata, he was a magistrate. Magistrate is a very high post. And it is said that finally Bhaktivinoda Maharaj got tired of all this magistrate thing and all. So he submitted his resignation to the British people. He was highly paid. No? But he simply submitted his resignation. And then all the British officials came in search of him to his house. What is his house name? Swananda Sukhada Kunj. All the Britishers have come, big officers. They said, why did you submit your resignation? He said, I am getting old. No, you cannot get old like that. And he said, how come? I am getting old. They are saying, no, you cannot resign. They cannot digest that idea that he is resigning. Why? Because it is said that 100 so-called intelligent British people, what they do, he can do in 1 hour's time. That much work. He's so brilliant. So they are all coming, no, please don't resign. What you want? What is your problem? Whatever you want, we will do it for you. Britishers are falling at his feet. We poor Indians don't know the value of Indian culture. We go to Britain and fall at their feet. Please give me one visa. Please, we beg for American visa, British visa. Funny people we are. You don't know the value of our own culture. Britishers used to fall at his feet. Then he said, what is your problem, Maharaj? Please tell. We will do whatever you want. He said, I am wasting a lot of time to come to the office. I have to travel almost 2 to 3 hours to reach the office. Again another 2 to 3 hours to come back from the office. Like that itself, some 5-6 hours are gone. I cannot waste so much time traveling like this. Then the British said, that is your problem? Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur thought, okay, if this is a very genuine problem, no? They cannot bring the office to his house anyway. So he said, yeah, that is one of the major problems. I waste a lot of time. Then we will solve it, Maharaj. You will solve it how? We will put a railway track to your house. From the office, they laid a railway track to his house. In the history of the entire mankind, a railway track was laid for one single person. That is Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Now also the track is there. Have you seen that track? Right in front. If you step out of his gate, it is railway track. Train will come and wait for him. Can you please come? Can you please come? How much ever big person is he, no train will wait for him, isn't it? But train used to come and wait at his doorstep. And it will take him to the office and again it will wait for him. The train is only to carry him, one single passenger in that whole train. See the greatness of our acharyas. So, of course, now the topic is different. Today, since it is Bhaktivinoda Thakur's disappearance, I just mentioned this. Anyway, so we are discussing Vaishnava Sadachar. So, it is very important to please Vaishnavas. Only if you please Vaishnavas, you can please the Lord. Right? And pleasing Vaishnavas is very easy, isn't it? Is it difficult to please Vaishnavas? You just call them home, make one karinja dosai, they will nicely eat and say, Mataji, very nice, and go. Eating karinja dosai, why they are saying very nice? Because at house they don't even get that sometimes from their wives. So for them this karinja dosai itself is great. Madhavi is looking at me. It is very easy to please the Vaishnavas. One karinja dosai, 1 cup of mango juice. You can add more water if you want, no problem. It need not be very thick. So, we should always try to please Vaishnavas, and that is the easiest way to please Krishna, isn't it? So, Vaishnava Sadachar is very, very important. And we need to have certain qualities to follow Vaishnava Sadachar. One important quality is demonstrated by one devotee known by the name Kurumburat Nambi. His name is Kurumburat Nambi. That is, in Tirumala, there was one king. It was long, long back. The Tirumala province was ruled by one king known as Tondaiman Perumal, Tondaiman Chakravarti. His name is Tondaiman Chakravarti. He was a great devotee of Balaji. So he used to daily go and take darshan of Balaji. And once when he was taking darshan of Balaji, he thought, I should not go empty handed when I visit the Lord. I should carry something with me, isn't it? So there is a scriptural injunction which states that when you go visit a child, you should not go empty handed. When you go visit a sick person, you should not go empty handed. When you go visit your spiritual master, you should not go empty handed. And when you go visit the Lord, you should not go empty handed. You should take something with you. So the Lord is the Chakravarti is thinking, I should also take something. No, how can I simply go and take darshan and come? So what he thought, I will take some nice flowers to do archana at the lotus feet. So he is the king, so he has got a huge garden, so many different types of fragrant flowers. So he took all those flowers and he started doing archana. Then after some time he thought, see, I am not a normal person. I am a very rich king, right? I should do something special. Even other devotees pluck flowers and they offer it at the feet of the Lord. So I should offer flowers made of pure gold. I should not simply offer normal flowers. I should offer flowers made of pure gold. So he called his goldsmith and he said, from today onwards you should make 108 gold flowers. Every day, Kanchana Pushpa, yes. I want 108 Kanchana Pushpa for offering to the Lord. How many Kanchana Pushpas have you offered, Mataji? Zero. It's okay. With the bhakti, even normal flowers will do. Isn't it? Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Luckily, he did not say Patram Kanchana Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Isn't it? He only said Pushpam. Thank God. So, this king is daily offering 108 Kanchana Pushpa. So one day when he came in the morning with his Kanchana Pushpa, he is seeing all the Kanchana Pushpa that he had offered the previous day are kept on one side. He offers it at the lotus feet of the Lord. So next day when he comes, it will be there. But then that day when he saw, all the Kanchana Pushpas are kept to one side as if it is a waste. And one Pushpa is there at his lotus feet. And that Pushpa is not even a normal Pushpa, it is a mud Pushpa, clay Pushpa. Clay Pushpa means what? Mann. That Pushpa is made of mann. That is kept at his lotus feet. Then the king became very angry. Who did this? I have offered all Kanchana Pushpa and some funny fellow has come and offered and Pushpa, and that too is made of mud. Chhi! Threw it away. It's made of mud. No value. If you sell a mud Pushpa, what you will get? Beating. Isn't it? Gold Pushpa, you will get something. So, the next day also the king came. Again the same site. All his 108 Kanchana Pushpa is put that side. And one mud Pushpa is there at the lotus feet. So the king became very angry. Some abhakta is doing this wantedly to disgrace my Lord. This should be prevented. So he thought, tomorrow I will find out who is this guy. He is coming before me and offering and going. So tomorrow I have to catch him and punish him. So that day he went to sleep. And in the sleep, Balaji came in the dream. And Balaji said, see, don't throw away that mud Pushpa. I like that Pushpa also. Just like you, I like your Kanchana Pushpa, I like that mud Pushpa also. Then he asked, why you like mud Pushpa? Mud Pushpa is very valueless. Kanchana Pushpa is very valuable. No. It is offered by one of my very dear devotees. Who is that devotee? He said, his name is Kurumburat Nambi. Then this king asked, is he a king? No, he is not a king. He is just a potter fellow. Potter means who? Who makes koyavan, manpane and all. Kumbara. He is a Kumbara. He is a Kumbara. He is your devotee. He is my devotee. Where is he? Then Balaji gave all the address, Google map, location, everything. And then the next day, early morning, even without taking breakfast, he is leaving the palace with all his Sainyam, ministers, everybody. Where? To meet Kurumburattanambi. He's looking, okay, turn left, turn right, he's going. He's going. It is in some remote village. On the way, Google, sometimes if you ask the Google to take us to the barber shop, it will take us to the tailoring shop. Google is not 100% trustworthy. So finally Google took him to the middle of the forest. And he is asking, where is Kurumburattanambi? You have reached your destination on your left side. Left side is dense forest. And then he is looking around, there is not even anybody to ask the way, the location. It's thick forest. Then he went ahead and finally he found someone and he asked, do you know where is the house of Kurumburattanambi? Kurumburattanambi, there is nobody like this. No one even knows him. Finally, with lot of difficulty, he saw one small hut. And he went there. And there is one poor fellow sitting there. His hand is all, smeared with the mud. He is wearing dirty clothes, all smeared with the mud. So he asked, the king went and asked, do you know the house of Kurumburattanambi? Then he said, I am Kurumburattanambi. Huh? You are? You Kurumburattanambi? Yes. How come you are Kurumburattanambi? From the very beginning I am only Kurumburattanambi. The king is not able to believe because Balaji said he is such a great devotee and he doesn't look like a devotee. That is the problem with the genuine devotees. All of us, we look like devotees. But genuine devotees, they don't even look like devotees. So he said, Balaji said, you are such a great devotee and he is accepting the flower that you make. So what happened is, his potter, every day before making his pots, he will first make a flower out of mud. Then Manasik, he will do puja with that flower, Manasa puja. Okay. And then he will offer it at the lotus feet of the Lord and the pushpa will disappear. And it will appear where? At the hill. It will climb 2705 steps and go to Tirumala and it will fall at the lotus feet of Balaji. If we offer from here, where it will fall? It will fall here only. But kilometers and kilometers it is traveling and it is falling at the feet of Balaji. So that is how this king is finding that flower every day. He did not go there and do even Archana. Sitting at his home he is doing Archana. That is his devotion. So the king said, you are such a great devotee, you don't know. That is your problem, you are such a great devotee. Swayam Balaji came and told me, he is accepting your mud flower daily. He is keeping aside my Kanaka Pushpa and accepting your mud flower. You know how great you are. Please offer my humble obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo nama. And he fell full prostrate, dandavat pranams to the potter. And he is king, Chakravarti, Tondaiman Chakravarti is falling at the feet of a very normal, dirty clothes he is having, dirty person, Kurumburattanambi. This is the power of Bhakti, Vaishnavas. And then now the king is very happy. Okay. So then now he is thinking, now I should receive some instructions from this devotee. I should learn what is pure Krishna Bhakti from this devotee. So he is getting up and he is saying, please instruct me. But Kurumburattanambi is lying dead in front of the king. He is already died. The king is surprised. What happened? He is dead. not actually dead. He left his body. He left his body. Great devotees have that power. If they want, they can leave their bodies. If they want, they can come back also. In 2008, one great Vaishnava came back for our sake. In 2008. That you should know. Who is that? Jai Srila Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj ki Jai. He came back. Why he came back? For us. Because we are such nice devotees. He knows who we are. So he came back for our sake. So they have this power. So Kurumbarat Nambi immediately left his body. He did not wait to see Tata bye-bye to his wife. He did not wait to write the property in his son's name. He simply left, sitting there. Why did he leave his body? What offense did Tondaiman Chakravarti do?
பகவான் வந்து glorify பண்ணார் அவர்.
Bhagavan வந்து
glorify பண்ணார்.
Bhagavan வந்து glorify பண்ணாரு. Okay, wait. Let us give them a chance.
He don't want pride that king has came to.
Okay, he is afraid that he will become proud because the king himself came and paid obeisance. Okay, any other reason why he left his body? Acharyas are giving a wonderful explanation why he left his body.
ரீச் ஆயிட்டார் அவர் கோல் பகவான்.
எப்படி அவர் சடனா ரீச் ஆனாரு?
ராஜா வந்து அந்த மெசேஜ் கொடுத்த உடனே பகவான் சம்திருப்தி படுத்திருக்கிறேன் என்ற ஒரு ஃபீல்.
ஓ, அதனாலயா?
பகவானுக்கு அவர் மத்தியத்துல
We will give him his chance. Okay, use.
Because I was offering mud flower. Raja was offering gold flowers. I don't want to offer Lord my mud flower.
Okay, he is saying I don't want to offer Lord my mud flowers. So what is the real reason?
Maybe he is thinking that he is offending the king because king is offering the golden flowers. And then he is thinking, okay, Lord is keeping the golden flowers aside and accepting the mud flowers. So he thinks that he is offending the king. Something like that.
Okay, good guess. So
பகவானுக்கு நம்ம அவரு நம்பி பேர்ல
குறும்புறத்து நம்பி
நம்பி மத்தியத்துல இருக்க அந்த பாசம் காதல் தெரிஞ்சு போச்சே அடுத்த ஆளுக்கு கான்ஃபிடென்ஷியலா
the relationship open
அது he had a very confidential relationship with the Lord, and now he is worried. Now it has become public. Now many people will know. It is like a very confidential relationship between two lovers. No? So they don't want. That is his level, high level. He did not reveal it. So this is one important thing. Sometimes we do this, So this is one important quality as Vaishnavas we should develop. If you unnecessarily do this, that can even disturb the relationship between Vaishnavas. They will say this guy is always boasting about his sadhana, everything. So we should not do that. So anyway, it's time and we'll stop.
Yes.
It's 8:44. Questions. And Prabhu said something about Ekadashi. I don't know whether we have time. Maybe another session we'll have specifically on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you have any questions? Yes.
In terms of showing devotion publicly, right? Question is, let's say we started, when the kirtan is going on, we started dancing, right? So no one is really joining you, you're the only one, and then you want to cheer up, pull the people in and start dancing. So is that public?
That's what I said. You can do it to inspire others.
Inspire others. Okay.
Your intention is what is important. That you only know. That you only know. You can always say, I chanted 16 rounds yesterday. For what? To inspire someone. Why don't you also chant? Then it's fine. Not for name and fame.
I didn't touch it.
Any other questions?
மகாராஜ் கனவுல வந்தாங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னா மனசுல இருக்கு அதை யார்ட்ட சொல்லாம எப்படி ப்ரொடக்ட் பண்ணுங்க?
எஸ், அதெல்லாம் சொல்லலாம். அதாவது நம்ம வந்து நம்மளுடைய சிக்ஷா குருட்டு சொல்லலாம், இல்லைன்னா நமக்கு ரொம்ப க்ளோஸாக இருக்கிற கொஞ்சம் வைஷ்ணவாஸ்ட்ட சொல்லலாம். அது ஏன்னா நம்மளுடைய சந்தோஷத்தை நம்ம பகிர்ந்துக்கிறோம் இல்லையா, அது பண்ணலாம். அங்கேயே உங்களுடைய இன்டென்ஷன் கரெக்டாக இருக்குது. இதே என் கனவுலெல்லாம் குரு மகாராஜ் வந்துடும், உங்களுக்கு எப்போவாது வந்திருக்காரா? அப்போ போச்சு. புரிஞ்சுதா? சொல்கிறது ஒன்று தான், ஆனால் இன்டென்ஷன், உங்களுடைய மனசுடைய நோக்கம் என்ன, அது தகுந்த மாதிரி இருக்குது. Anything else? Fine? Huh?
One or two questions.
Yeah. Any other questions? No questions.
Tirukachinambi and Kanchipanam, they both different.
Yeah.
But they both used to talk.
Yeah, there are many people like that. Parashara Bhattar used to talk, Tirukachinambi used to talk. In those days it was kind of commonplace. Okay.
Before Kaliuga started,
Ah.
deities were speaking to people.
Yeah, deities were speaking. Like if you look at Panduranga's many pastimes, Panduranga has spoken to so many different devotees. He has come to their houses. He took the place of one daughter-in-law, right? What is her name? Sati Sakubai. So it was very common during those days with the pure devotees. But even now he will speak. It is not that he is not going to speak. If you are devoted any yuga, he will speak. But in Kali Yuga, the chances are less because of the impurity of the people.
Guruji means the deity will move or only speak?
It depends. If a deity like Sakshi Gopal, he will move. Sakshi Gopal walked so long. So if it is required, he will walk. If it is required only to speak, he will speak. If it is required only to smile, he will smile.
Depend on time.
That all depends on your devotion. But you don't have to be adamant. Today you smile, no? Otherwise they will think I don't have any devotion. You smile. You smile or not? Smile. It should happen spontaneously out of your devotion. You cannot force a lot. Better you smile. Otherwise no offering today. Not like that. Don't make it very cheap. You know. Today I offered nice dosa. Then the Lord laughed at me. That may be your imagination sometimes. It may not be true, isn't it? So it's not so cheap that the Lord simply for everything, interacts with you. So that's kind of a sahajiya mentality, So we should know the balance. That's why it's very important to discuss with the senior Vaishnavas. Is it correct? I'm feeling like this. Is it correct? Like that. So you should make sure whether you are not going off the track in the name of devotion. Hallucination. Okay.
One question. Many devotees feel that, especially His Holiness Jagapati Swami Guru Maharaj, that they may not have a personal interaction. So how much personal interaction is actually required?
Actually, when you sing Samsara Dava, prayers, Mangalarti, it is recommended that you should remember your spiritual master at least 3 times a day. So that is at least, not maximum. Maximum 3 times, not more than that. It is minimum 3 times a day. So Prabhu was asking how much you should be connected to our spiritual master. Pure devotees are connected 24 hours. That is why if you see many of Srila Prabhupada's lectures, he so many times says, I never felt alone. I am so far from Vrindavan. I have crossed oceans. I am in US now. But I have never once felt that I am alone. Why? Because he is always connected to his spiritual master. That is how it should be. So that connection should be always. Why we feel, even though we are devotees, sometimes we feel morose, sometimes we feel sad. Why? Because we lose connection. We lose connection. If you are always connected to your spiritual master, you will not feel morose or demotivated. Oh, I am all alone, this, that, nothing. Isn't it? So, technically speaking, ideally speaking, your connection is 24/7. But then, connection doesn't mean you always sit with Guru Maharaj like this. Guru Maharaj is here and connection. Is that connection? No. We are not talking about that connection. We are connected to Guru Maharaj if we want through his Vani. Vani Seva, you are 24 hours connected. But sometimes we are so adamant that connection means I have to see Guru Maharaj personally in palace grounds. That too I should climb on the stairs. From there I should see. Not from behind. Then no connection. Long no. Connection is very pure. Is it in a broadband connection? Signal is weak. Only if top of the stage the signal is strong. Then only the connection. Nothing. Enga per கூப்பிடணும் என்ன பார்க்கணும். It's not required. Real connection is Vani, through Vani. So if that is the case, then we should say all Srila Prabhupada's disciples are now disconnected from Prabhupada.
Yes, sir.
No current. Power lines are disconnected. Isn't it? Prabhupada is no longer here. They have lost connection, no? Isn't it?
அவர் அந்த உலகத்தை விட்டு கோலோகம் போன பிறகு தான் more developed.
They get more connected sometimes. Some devotees say so.
Yes.
So anything that happens in the spiritual arena, it is totally transcendental. It is not gross like we think. Like then if that is the case, all devotees who have deities at home will have to go hungry 3 times. Why?
Very late of night.
Because if whatever we offer to Jagannath, if he starts eating grossly like we eat, what we will eat? Luckily he is not eating like that, isn't it? If he starts eating like that, how many of us will offer? Yeah. So it is happening, the connection is happening in a very subtle, transcendental way. Has he eaten? We kept 3 dosas in front of him. All the 3 dosas we get back. Has he eaten? Yes. But he eats in a different way. Similarly, the connection with our spiritual master is in a different way. If you understand that difference, you are always connected to your spiritual master. You can never complain. Guru Maharaj comes to Bangalore only once in a year. In Trivandrum, he comes to Trivandrum once in 5 years. Then what we should complain? Sometimes after 10 years he comes. Here at least he comes once in a year. No? You know how almost 1 week he spent in Bangalore, no?
Yes.
In different places. So you are so much blessed. So that is not the way to connect. Real connection is through following his instructions in your life. Then Guru Maharaj is there with you always. Okay? Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
In social lesson also is there. No? Some people never die.
Some people never
Die.
die. Yeah, correct. They live in sound. Vaishnavas live in sound. Yeah.
Guru Maharaj, I never directly connected. I have never taken the instructions from Guru Maharaj directly. And how I can follow the Vani Seva.
No, luckily for us, all devotees, all the instructions applicable to everyone, even personally, is given. They say there is no point in studying Bhagavad Gita because Bhagavad Gita is a set of instructions meant for Arjuna. It is not meant for us. Why should we follow that? Isn't it? But it is not like that. Spiritual instructions don't act that way. Spiritual instructions have a dual role. They are general, at the same time they are personal also. So Guru Maharaj doesn't have to come and personally instruct you. If that is required, he will find a way through senior devotees. That's what we are not realizing. We think that Guru Maharaj instruction means he should come all the way from Mayapur and then come to our house. Hello, Hare Krishna, come on, open the door, this is your instruction. It may not happen that way. Sometimes it may happen. Maybe Guru Maharaj can come in your dreams. But many a times, Gurus come and teach through senior Vaishnavas. That's why we say it's very important to listen to the instructions of Vaishnavas. That is Guru's instruction. Isn't it? So we cannot expect that Guru Maharaj or Krishna should be packaged the way we want. They can come in so many different ways. Just like in Bhagavatam, The gurus came in 24 different ways to Avadhuta Brahmana. Isn't it? They came in 24 different forms. So it is possible. They have a lot of potential. So Guru can come in so many different ways. He needn't come personally and instruct.
If it is like that, then so many senior Vaishnavas are there. Whoever given instructions, can I take or how? Because particular senior Vaishnavas
Yeah.
or all are there?
See, like we have a system in ISKCON, like we have got all so many senior Vaishnavas. Sometimes devotees say it's a headache, there are so many senior Vaishnavas. This is a problem. Actually, it's not a problem. It's a blessing.
Blessings, very well.
Many a times we consider it as a problem. This Prabhu, that Prabhu. One Prabhu means it was better. There's so many Prabhus. Why? They give so many different types of instructions. But then there is a system like Siksha Guru system. Even though there are so many senior Vaishnavas, even though you are supposed to hear from them, in case of a conflict, you listen to your Siksha Guru.
Nice.
That you must have someone.
Safe.
Okay.
Safe.
Yeah, he is my Siksha Guru. Then, in case of a conflict, otherwise, you can, if it's a nice instruction, what is wrong? You can take from them. But otherwise, you have one person. Okay, if I have a doubt, finally I will take this person's opinion and I will go according to that. That's it. Okay, I think it's getting late. Thank you so much. Yeah, one more last question.
So, if we do any Vaishnava brand, how to correct? Sometimes we may know, sometimes we may not.
Yeah. So if it is a known aparadh, aparadh is committed in two ways, knowingly and unknowingly. If it is knowingly, it is easy. You know to whom you did a Vaishnava aparadh. So what is the way? You go personally, fall at his feet and say, Prabhuji, Mataji, I did an offense, please forgive. Okay. But if it is unknowingly, maybe you told something, your intention was something good, but that Mataji misunderstood, she got hurt. And even you did not know that she got hurt. Isn't it? Then what you will do? For that only, every day we should say this prayer, Vancha Kalpa, before you go to bed, you pay obeisances to all the Vaishnavas and you chant a prayer internally. If unknowingly, by mistake, if you have committed any offenses, O Vaishnavas, please forgive. Samastabharadam Kshamaswa. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai.